Hi friends, it's your boy Ethereal Gloom, and in today's video I want to react to some Am I the Asshole Reddit stories. So let's get into it. This one sounds good. Am I the asshole for kicking my friend out of my book club? I know this sounds childish, but I'm having a hard time figuring it out anyway. My friend Julie and I have been having problems in our friendship for a while. For background information, we've been friends since 2020, and at first it was a normal friendship. But then she became increasingly demanding and needy and jealous of my other friendships. That was weird to me because we're both adults, late 20s, in brackets, and her behavior seemed middle school to me. I tried talking to her about this and she seemed to understand, and we moved on. Then she started being inappropriate to my other friends. For example, she started hitting on one of my best friend's sisters in their house, knowing the sister was in a relationship, so I had to stop inviting her to do things with my friend group. I would still hang out with her, but when it was just us. Okay, well, she kind of seems like not so cool person if she does that. It's kind of disrespectful. She would go out to have a meal with me and expect me to pay, sometimes saying she forgot her wallet, saying she would pay me back, but never doing it. Okay, that's kind of asshole behavior, yeah. She would say she'd meet me at a certain time. Oh shit. She would say she'd meet me at a certain time, only to arrive 2 to 3 hours later, or sometimes she would not arrive at all. Okay, that's just rude. But at the same time, she'd be angry when I spent time with my other friends or boyfriend. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this woman, but she's kind of crazy. The last straw was when she insisted I go with her to a costume party with a group of people I didn't know. She met them once before. The thing was, everyone had to pay a sort of fee and bring something to eat, so I played it and said I would bring I paid it and said I would bring a cake. Julie said she'd help me baking the cake. But on the day of the event, she texted me saying she had traveled to the countryside with a new boyfriend, and she couldn't help me with the cake, nor go to the party. I'm an extrovert, and she knows it. I'm not the type to go out to parties where I know no one, but I decided to go because I already paid for it. But after that, I decided to stop talking to Julie. That's kind of relatable. I don't really like going outside alone anyway. It's kind of like awkward, especially in a party. I've never been to a party, but I'd imagine it's very anxious over there. The thing is, I have a book club with a few friends, and Julie was a part of it since the beginning. We have a rule that says if you do not participate in 3 meetings consecutively, you're out, to make space for other people that want to participate. That's a good rule. Julie had said she would come for the last 3 meetings, but never showed up, so I decided to kick her out of the club. She begged to stay, saying she was having mental health problems and that the book club was the one thing keeping her sane. Don't you have a boyfriend? I begged to stay, saying she would... Oh, no. Jesus. I said I was sorry to hear that, but I didn't see how the book club was helping, seeing she never read the books or went to the meetings, and kicked her out anyway. But now I'm thinking I may have been too harsh, because if it were someone else, I probably would let them stay, but I just want Julie to be completely out of my life. And that was the last link between us. Am I the asshole? No, I don't think she's the asshole. I feel like Julie had been very rude to her. So I feel like she had every right, especially because she didn't follow the rules, and she knew them. So now for her to kind of use her mental health as an excuse is kind of trashy. I feel like it's kind of shitty. And like, you shouldn't really be doing that. That's just kind of mean. But let's read some of the comments here. Are there any comments? Okay, these posts have all been removed. Okay. Well, but I feel like she was not the asshole. I feel like it was just the last straw that broke the camel's back. So, that's good for her. Let's go on to the next one. Some of these are not very YouTube friendly. I'm not gonna read those. I'm just gonna skip over that. So I found another one. Am I the asshole for not listening to a teacher? This is a bit of a short one, but I think it'll be fun. So I was told for one of my classes we could bring a blanket and a pillow. So I did, and we watched a movie. Other kids put some other stuff in their locker, but I don't have a locker, so I carried mine around. A teacher that isn't one of mine says I can't have my stuff, and I explained my situation, and they told me that they didn't want to hear it and to put my stuff in my locker, which having a locker I can't do. She saw me with it later and yelled at me, and I just walked away. Okay, well, she's definitely the asshole. Like, she's not really hearing you out at all. Like, it's not like you just didn't want to, you just couldn't put it in a locker. I feel like teachers are really annoying when they have this, like, power trip where they just think that they're, like, the boss, and then everyone just listens to them, and they just don't really want to hear the students out, and they just kind of act, like, really entitled and rude. Are there any comments? Yep. Response will end 6,371. Yep, there's a few comments. Response will end 6371 said, really weird power trip from your teacher. Maybe they were just having a bad day. You obviously can't put it in a locker if you don't have a locker. Walking in was a better response than I likely would have had, though not the asshole. I definitely agree with this. I feel like I would have maybe yelled back, you know. Another commenter, big tree, said, why don't you have a locker? The original poster responded, I joined the second semester of the year, so they didn't have one assigned. Damn, that's super shitty, not the asshole. Okay. I'd agree with this. Another commenter said, not the asshole. The teacher was being unreasonable by not listening to your explanation and insisting on an impossible solution. It's understandable to walk away from a confrontation, especially when you've already tried to explain the situation. Yep. I'd say she's not the asshole. Am I the asshole for removing other people's stuff at school? I, 17 male, attend a sixth form, school for 16 to 18 years old, in the UK. Sixth form is year 12 and year 13. I don't know what that will translate to in the US or other places, but yeah, 17. Normally, year 13s are allowed access to the year group common room and silent study hall during their studies. Year 12s, however, are only allowed in silent study rooms. Because year 13s are doing exams at the moment, their regular timetables have been suspended. I'm in year 12, so I've been mostly unaffected by this, but the normal silent study room has been converted into the examination room, so spare classrooms are now used as substituted for what would be the silent study room. Today I had no lessons, so I went to the silent study room, and we were told that one of the supervisors wasn't in, and that they couldn't find a sub, so we'd have to work without supervision. A while later, a person who I've had issues with, we'll call him Bob, came in with friends and sat behind me. Bob and his friends are year 13. They said they're revising but were making noise by laughing, slamming tables, and at one point flung Bob's pencil case into my back. Ooh, okay, that's bullying. There was also another group who was making noise. These boys are in my year and they've always been loud. In the past, when we had classes, I remember them making noise, and no matter how many talking tos they get, they don't listen. Because I knew they wouldn't listen. I left the room to get ahead of the year and asked them to deal with them. Okay. Good for you. I would have yelled back or something. When I got back, I asked Bob and his friends to be quieter, but they only got louder and louder, and they tried to deflect attention to the other group. That's kind of shitty. Come on. Break time came. As they got their lunch, I moved their things to a table on the other side of the room. Okay. That's cocky. I like it. Confident. When they came back, they began to shout at me, saying that I singled them out because I don't like Bob and it was never about the noise. One person in the group, we'll call her Kayla, said sorry for making noise and then went on to ask me to apologize for moving their stuff to a new area. But you caused a disturbance in the first place. Why are you complaining? Okay. Okay. Another person, we'll call her Sarah, said that she didn't feel comfortable moving her things. I said to her I didn't feel comfortable being hit by a pencil case. Yep. Bob then began getting into my space and kept touching my shoulder while standing over me and started saying to me that I had every opportunity to move myself, but I didn't. I may have begrudgingly done that, but during the study period there were no seats available, and while they did come free during break, giving me a chance to move, and I'm a firm believer that I shouldn't have to move my work around to convenience the ones causing a disruption. Yeah. Never let yourself never just people please like that. Don't just give people what they want. They then turned to me and asked why I didn't do anything about the other group. Like I said before, I had actually informed a member of staff, but to be honest, how I deal with other people is not their business, so I made up some fake excuse as to why I didn't. I can't help but feel like I went about this the wrong way. Maybe I did let my past bad experience with Bob affect my decision making. Am I the asshole? No. I feel like you're not the asshole. I feel like maybe treating the other group differently maybe was kind of shitty, but I definitely feel like just because they like basically threw things at you and were like actively bullying you basically, I feel like you're not the asshole for telling on them and putting your stuff away. I would have probably done the same thing. So yeah, good for you. She's not the asshole. Just a lot of comments saying, yes, you're the asshole. What? Rain Mist says this could have been avoided if you had just moved. Why should she move just because other people don't know how to mind their own business? It's called headphones, my dude. Yes, they also for touching people's things and general attitude. The comment was that I had headphones in on full volume. So like, I don't know why people are hating. Like what? I think looking at OP's post history is beneficial. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, no, sorry. Not the asshole for moving things to another table at school. Always removed. Can you still see it? No. It was removed because it had too many characters. Okay. I don't really know why people are saying this, but I feel like she's not the asshole. I think she has a right to like move them away just because she shouldn't have to be bullied. Like she shouldn't just be like, yeah, you can bully me. And like the teachers didn't seem to be doing anything, so like I would have done the same thing. Because clearly they're not going to change, they're not going to do anything else. So I feel like she's not the asshole, and I don't agree with a lot of these comments. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and just have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.